10:11 by my microwave clock. These should be just about perfect. What I'm looking for with these is that they get uh, that they have a powdery, like sugary looking outside, that it looks like granulated sugar all over the outside. Because what I'm doing is evaporating all of the liquid out of the maple syrup, and as I'm keeping these moving, it just keeps everything coated, and that once the liquid evaporates, the sugar is just left sticking to the pecans. I should really drop my pasta next because I want that to be cool and finished and ready to put into a pasta salad while I do the rest of the stuff. So next will be pasta. See how that goes. So these are coming along. You can see a few bubbles starting on the bottom, but light heat, like a medium heat for these is the goal. You don't want to burn these right away. You definitely don't want the maple syrup to boil. It will get bubbly as the water evaporates, but you don't want it to do much more than like a really low simmer. And it will become really apparent when these are getting towards finished. So about 5 minutes left on these pecans. And then I'm just going to leave these right in the pan here on the stove until they're cool. And we're going to throw them into the big pecan container that years ago had pub mix in it. Oh, and now has pecans. All right, so we can see, if you can see in this pan at all, there is a little bit of bubbles starting to happen. So now is when I really want to make sure that I'm not leaving these sit in one place for too long. You can get away with it right at the beginning if you need to like do some other stuff. But right now, I would not walk away from these. I want to escape. Oh no. Leave that. We'll leave that till later. Burn there. Yeah. If I leave that in there, that'll catch on fire. Not within the next 5 minutes, so I will not be stopping. Can't hear it, but this is all right. Looking good. They are looking good. These are coming along. They smell. They're starting to get fragrant. They're starting to, the bubbles at the bottom are starting to go. You see that like caramelization is starting to happen. And they're starting to get sticky. So they'll get sticky. What happens with these is they get sticky and then they like finish. So like right now they're kind of sticking to each other and they'll finish loosely, like they won't be stuck to each other hardly at all. And the difference is that if you were doing these with honey, they would be quite a bit stickier. Like when you think of the candy pecans that have really sticky, like they make your hands sticky, they are candy in their nature. Uh, Often, I think those are with honey because the maple syrup really evaporates and just leaves them in this nice, like dry candy situation. And um, that's what I'm looking for. So, what did I say? 10:11. This is, I'm going to finish these. Next is finish these. I want to boil the water, check the bread, finish the bread, drop the pasta, and then we'll move on. Then I want to make bacon. I'll throw the bacon in the oven. I'm not going to do the bacon on the stove because it creates a hell of a mess and it's just better in the oven. Sorry. Um, it's not better in the oven. I mean, like, let's be fair. It's best when it's fried in a pan, in a cast iron pan. But I don't want to stand here and fry bacon all night. I'd rather just put it on a sheet pan and move along. And keep jumping out. These are definitely sticky now. These are at their sticky phase. So I could pull these and let them dry, and they would be really delicious. But we're gonna press through. I'm gonna bump the heat just a little tiny bit, and I'm gonna press through and get these to their crystallized point. So that is how this recipe goes. So this is I no longer have any liquid on the bottom of this. I've just got uh, like a syrup. So this is going to start to burn on the bottom, and so we really just need to keep these moving for another minute, maybe two. This might go a little bit past the time that I was thinking because there's quite a bit in this pan. If you do these with like 1 or 2 cups of pecans, you can bring the heat up a lot and you can just kind of do this the whole time. And they work really well that way. So you can kind of quick candy these with a lower volume, but right now, slow and purposeful and always in motion is the goal. So getting there. These are really sticky. About these are about to crack over into their caramelized point. I have 10:11 on my clock, so I'm going to give these another couple minutes here as they need it. I think I'm at the point now where I'm just going to eyeball these when they're ready. They are definitely not where they need to be yet, but they're going. They're coming along. They're going well, and I'm just going to be patient. I might have to try these this weekend. Yeah, they are super easy, and the recipe works with walnuts too. So, uh, recipe for these is a ratio, and you can scale it. So it's one cup of nuts, 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, and one like pinch of some type of pepper. You can use red pepper, but that's really aggressive. Uh, you could use really anything, any seasoning. It's a seasoning thing. The recipe for this calls for Aleppo pepper. I love Aleppo and I have it in the house, so I use it. Whoa, pecans on the ground. But you can use whatever. Okay, so these are coming together in if you can, looking closely at these, I don't even know if the camera's picking these up, but you can start to see how they have crystallization on them. What I want now is there's like a black film starting to burn onto the bottom and just started to smoke. There we go. All right. So these are just smoky. And I'm going to take these and drop the heat on these down uh, a little bit. So the recipe for these, again, 1 cup of nuts, 1 ounce, 2 tablespoons of maple syrup, a pinch of seasoning, and then you put them. I've had these on oscillating between 4 and 5 on my gas stove. I started these, yeah, so anywhere between 7 and 9 minutes. I'm at 10 minutes right now, but got 7 cups of pecan. So these are good. And you can, if you can see on the bottom how there's this like black, like sort of brown residue that's starting, that is when that starts smoking, you have like a minute left. If you've got your heat low enough, you have about a minute left. All right. So these are good. And you can see these are now loose. Like these are just loose. They're no longer sticking together. So your indicators are they're sticky, and then when they stop sticking and they get a like the bottom of the pan is brown, you have smoke coming up, and then like a minute or two later, I turned the heat off of these. And now what I'm going to do is the way that you finish this recipe is dropping some um, whatever this is, olive oil. I think the recipe calls for a tablespoon of olive oil for a tablespoon of olive oil, but I just kind of eyeball it. I count to count up to whatever I was whatever number of cups I put in. I got cons spraying all over the place here. Okay, so I just dropped some olive oil into the pan. It's off. Your Granny's OnlyFans. Oh my God. I love that one. Hey, what's up? Thanks for the follow. Uh, this is a different type of nut corn here. We have candied pecans here. But I hope you'll find the candied pecans acceptable. So I did the olive oil, and then it also calls for a bit of salt. So I'm just going to put like two really generous pinches of salt in here and give these a stir. All I'm going to do is leave these alone. They're going to cool off. They're going to be good. I need to move. I need to get this pecan out from under here because it's going to burn. If I can. Okay. Get out of there. Okay. All right. Leave these guys on the stove just like that. And next, I need to check the bread. So while we're still in this view, come with me on a little journey to find some bread. Uh, is relatively clean. So I think I'm going to pull this bread and let that sit too. Let that sit too. Okay, let's go back over here. Okay, um, I put the cover to this somewhere. I don't know where it is. So I'm gonna hope. Oh, it's under the gloss. Okay, bread feels like it's good. It's been in there. What does the recipe actually say for the bread? The recipe says, or until a toothpick inserted into the center comes out clean. Okay, well, I used my temperature probe. It came out clean. I guess I should actually try a real wooden probe. Clean. Okay, bread's finished. Take this out of the oven. And this is the bread as it stands currently. It's pretty pretty good. It plumped up a whole bunch, which I'm super happy with. I didn't, I was a little skeptical that it was going to be not the right thing. But it looks good. Looks great. Hey, thanks. Yeah, I'll see how it goes. It definitely came together really a little better than I was expecting. So that's a good thing. Move this guy, these, and all right. What did I say I wanted to do next? Pasta first. Candy pecans done. Let me drop the pasta because I'm done with the timer. Pasta is around here somewhere. Okay. Oh, this is only 12 ounces. That's nonsense. This one's yeah. It says a pound of pasta. Since when does pasta only come in 12-ounce boxes? Rude. Rude. Okay. So I'm just gonna make sure that this is the right amount here. 12. I want to do 12 ounces of the veggie rotini and then 1, 2, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay. A little bit of that. Okay. Putting, putting the stuff away as I go here too, because my counter is cluttered. All right. Pasta. This is weird veggie pasta. 7 minutes. Yeah. Definitely would have cooked it longer than that. Okay. So we're going to boil this down. Get this up to boiling. That'll tell me when it's boiling because it will spray all over the place. 7 minutes. All right. So what I'm going to do while that's boiling is I'm going to get the bacon together. So I want to put the bacon in the oven now that I can because that's available. These back over here. Okay. Hmm. There's tahini in my mug. Oh, it's gross. Okay. A couple old towels here. Get rid of those too. Okay. Bacon is next. So bacon I'm using for a couple things, two things. Bacon I'm going to put in the grilled cheese and I'm going to put in the omelets. I also just want to have some cooked bacon on hand. So I'm going to make, these are 12-ounce packages. I'm going to make two of these. And then whatever I don't think I'll need on the trip, I'm going to just drop those back into their fridge. And I'll use them at some point. They will feature in a meal very early next week. So here's what I'm doing with the bacon. Let's move these to the side. Get these to the side. It's bacon. It'll get eaten. Yeah, it will. That is the very, very that is a clear truth. All right, I'm going to get myself another beverage here real quick because I'm thirsty. I made some lemonade on stream actually last week, and this is just the last of it here. The last of the lemonade. I'm gonna pop a bottle on the soda stream. That this guy's coming along. Water's boiling. Pasta's in. Give that a stir. Yikes, that's hot. Holy shit. Okay, pasta's in. And where are my trays? There they are. I pulled a bunch of stuff out of the cabinets to like, so I didn't have to go digging through the cabinets, but now I don't know where it is because it's not in the place that it usually is, which is in the cabinet. So trying to stay organized through all of this. It's really odd when you're making uh nothing specific and you have like all of this stuff just out. You're like, oh, I'm gonna make this little thing and that little thing, and kind of get a little mentally lost sometimes. So, water and beverage. Um, okay, it's a fair amount of streaking. I call it streamer brain. It happens a lot. Yeah, I think I did before tonight. Like normally, I think what I would do in this situation of like camping prep is not get everything out at once. I think I would just like kind of take it as it came and get one thing out at a time and do all the dishes as I was going, and I would be finished, at I don't know, 3 o'clock in the morning or something. I actually feel good about having all this stuff out. I just like am not used to it. Not used to it. I'm used to making a mise before I cook, but I'm not used to taking all the things out of the cabinet, if that makes sense. So I'm gonna lay these guys down. These are huge pieces of bacon. It's weird. These are weird. Cut these in half. Fold them in half. No, they don't need to be cut. There's no cutting necessary. Cool. So we're getting into it. I would say I am about a third of the way finished. Totally. Because now I've got the pasta in. Did I start my timer? I didn't hit start. Shit. No, it's been about 2 minutes. Okay. Well, I'll take a look at that in a few minutes. So I've got what did I do already tonight? Made the apple bread, pesto, thawed the pesto, filled the ketchup, portioned the eggs, seasoned the chicken, made the tahini dressing, candied the pecans, sliced the bread. I'm making the bacon now, pasta now. Next, after this, I think I'm gonna get to the apple, the baked apple filling, because I would like to try to just bake an apple and have that be done. Because I want to see how it goes. Because I have not made baked apples in a long time. I kind of forget how long they go. So to make the filling and then just cut up an apple and get it going. Here, my pasta water just sizzling on the stove over there is awesome. And this is going to be more bacon than the pan can handle. More bacon than the pan can handle. That is a song, actually. And if you know that song, I would be very surprised. All right. These guys look great. These guys are coming along. This is going to be quite a bit of bacon, but like you said, it'll get eaten. It'll definitely get eaten. Not worried about the eating part. Man, yeah, like I just can't imagine how, like, I think that with camping, I like to eat really well, but I also don't want to be doing any of this while I'm there. I can't imagine, uh, I don't know. I guess just making bacon for breakfast would be okay, but I would still make it ahead of time. I'm unfamiliar with the song. Yeah, it's a song by an artist called Mike Doty, who was the singer for the band Soul Coughing back in the 90s, which I've clearly just dated myself. Um, he did a solo career, and it's just like a weird sample in one of his songs, and it just sort of sticks in your head. One of those, one of those types of things. But it comes to mind in certain specific situations, like this one. All right, bacon looks great. We're ready to throw that in. Yes. Let's check these out. Check this pasta first. Super Bonbon Singer, yeah, that's the right one. Super Bonbon, that is the right song. Good call. Perhaps you've just dated yourself too. That's almost there. Um, Toss this in. Got a minute left. I'm old. Hey, I'm familiar. I feel it's funny. I feel like Twitch is interesting. It sort of for me when I watch other streamers, I'm like, I have no concept of how old they are. Some people, I'm like, oh, you're older than I am. It's obvious. Everyone else, I'm like, unless they're like very easily identifiable in early 20s, I have no idea. Like, I was watching you yesterday, and I'm like, I have no idea. This guy could be like 28. This guy could be, I don't know, is like, you'd look good if you were in you'd look great if you were in your 50s. I'll say that. All right. So bacon's in. I'm going to put that bacon in. The oven's been at 350. I'm not going to turn it up. So I'm going to put the bacon in for about 15 minutes and see how that goes. I appreciate that. Hey, I don't know. I'm a terrible judge of age. I'm also like younger. I feel like I'm younger. I still like, I don't know. I'm talking about music from the early 90s, but like it's very rare that I listen to anything that came out in the 90s. I'm like kind of over it. I got over it after experiencing it in real life, in real time. But I think it's cool. I think Twitch kind of uh lets you sort of be yourself. You don't have to be like, oh, I need to appeal to this younger audience. Not really. I don't think it's necessary. I mean, it doesn't seem necessary. I don't know. I think it seems to me like people gravitate towards personalities more so than like ageism or, some of the other ways that people sort of separate themselves in our culture. Okay. All right. I am usually save the pasta water, but I'm not going to do that today because I don't really have use for it. I consider Twitch to be a mass public access TV. You get to run with what you want. Yes, that's a great analogy. I love that. And I coincidentally also like public access TV. Um, okay, I'm gonna let that. I'm just gonna run some cold water over that. Stop this from cooking. Get the steam off of this. All right, great. Woo. Man, yeah, I actually have been, Widget, I've been watching, I think over the course of the past month, I've watched maybe a couple hours of TV. I watch Survivor still. So I've been watching that, but I feel like I've been watching Twitch a lot more. I definitely watch a lot of YouTube. I just feel like the days of network television have been over for a long time, and it's really nice to understand that there's so many more options that you have so for entertainment and connection, and um, it's been really interesting to see that evolution. I'm sure you can appreciate how that's happened in real time, like in our lifetime. Uh, I remember going into AOL. That definitely dates me. Beverly Hills Royalty. Hi, how's it going? It's nice to have you in the chat. Thanks for saying hi. And thanks for the follow too. That's awesome. I definitely appreciate it. Welcome. Welcome. If you don't mind me asking what are you up to tonight? What brings you here? How did you come across the stream? I'm curious. Um, I'm happy to tell you that this evening I'm doing a lot of camping prep. Doing a whole bunch of disparate things. I have a big old list. I made some apple bread already. I've done some pecans, candied pecans, prepped some chicken, prepped a tahini dressing. Kind of getting into a bunch of different stuff this evening. So thanks for hopping on. Uh, apple bread looked awesome. Yeah, I'm waiting for it to cool. That's one of the actual things that is like finished this evening. So I'm looking forward to when that is cool enough that I can actually cut it and get and see what the inside looks like because it was layered and stratified, and we'll see. Okay, make bacon. Got it. Why is my oven popping? Okay. Um, make pasta. Done. Okay. Baked apple fill. Okay. This I'm just making up. This is definitely just a like make it up thing. Towel. I hear popping in the oven. Just browsing Twitch and found it. Well, welcome. Thanks for hopping in. I'm a big fan of browsing food and drink myself. I love it. Uh, and welcome. Thanks for hopping in, and thanks for saying hi. I do appreciate that too. Um, so what I'm doing, I'm gonna get at least oats here. I think I'm making up a filling for these baked apples. I think what I'm gonna do is some oats and some mixed dried fruit, some brown sugar, and pecans. Back, back, back to the pecans. I think I'll actually just use some of the candy pecans. So I don't know how. I don't know. I guess I don't need to soak these. I don't know. I'm just gonna go for it. We'll see. So I'm gonna try to make some baked apples in the fire, and the goal is going to be to get just toss those into some foil packets and bake them while we're eating dinner, and have them ready to go after dinner's over. Okay. Oats. Oh, right. Coconut flakes too over here. Give those a shot. That bacon is in there. I can hear it, and I'm like, I don't see any smoke coming out, but I feel like one of those pieces might be dripping on the bottom of the oven. We'll see. Nothing crazy yet, but we might have to grab the fan. We'll see. It's happened before. So I've got these. These are pretty cool. Dried mixed berries. I found these at the store. Um, Found these at the store. These are just like a mix of various different types of berries. It's like blueberries, cranberries, cherries, strawberries, and then obviously corn syrup. Um, I got these not that recently, but they hold up really well. And they're dried like raisins, right? Okay, so this looks good. And then I'm going to take some of this brown sugar and drop this in here too. And then I'm going to core one of those an apple that I've got in there and just make one of these and see how it goes. Kind of want to, I'm assuming it's going to take like 30 or 40 minutes at least in the oven since it's an apple, but I don't know. I know that it'll take whatever it takes in the oven, it'll take less time in a fire because the fire is going to be a heck of a lot hotter than 350-degree oven. So I think I just want to see the main thing that I want to see by cooking one of these tonight is are any, if the oats are good, or if I should have soaked them. And if I should have soaked them, I'll have to start over here, but happens. I don't think I need to. I'm hoping I don't need to. Okay. Um, Take another quick look at this bacon. All right. I think we're good. Um, Apples. Just a regular old apple here. And it says to core it. The apple core is one of those really annoying things that just does like one job in the kitchen and is like otherwise really useless. But it's one of those things where like when you want to core an apple, it's not much else that does it better. Okay, so got that guy cored. Uh, get some foil. And oh, what else should I put in here? Butter. This is going to need, I want to put some butter and I want to put some butter on this too. Let's get our filling in here. All right, I got to head out, sir. Have a good evening. Have a good trip. Hey, thank you. And thanks for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. I hope to catch you again as well. And thanks for chatting. Thanks for hanging out and being being present this evening. Enjoy the rest of your cookies and happy weekend. All right, so I've got uh apple here, got filling inside. I'm gonna grab a little bit of butter and pat that in, and then let's get this in the oven and we'll see how it goes. It's all kind of experimental here. I don't have any big specific plan. It's definitely not using a recipe, just kind of winging it. All right, I'm gonna pack a little bit more of this filling into here because I can. And we've got about a couple minutes left on that bacon. And after that, I'm gonna adjust again after this. Okay, so got An apple here. I'm actually going to fold this better so I don't have to rip it like a wild animal when I'm getting it out. Baked apple into the oven. Let's just put this right on, oof, right on the shelf. Bacon's coming along. That will be finished in pretty short order here. Let me get a container for my apple filling. And this is going to be, hopefully, hopefully I didn't need to soak the oats here. I've definitely made enough apple filling to to fill more apples than a child and an adult could eat in 3 days. So that happens. Apple filling. Perfect. Okay, this is dry, so I don't need to refrigerate that. That's good. That bacon's about to be done, so let me get a plate. Paper towels. We'll pull that bacon in just a minute here. And then on to the next thing. On to the next thing. Okay, bacon is good. Baked apple filling, done. Baked apple filling, done. Okay, herb prep. Oh no, herb prep is like the worst thing on earth. My least exciting, least favorite thing to do. So, while I don't want to do it, I definitely have to do it. So I think I'm just going to get that over with now. I use this for me. Okay, bacon is done. I'm going to give that apple. I'm going to give that apple 30 minutes total. I had it in for about a minute already since the bacon started to sizzle. So I think that bacon's about finished. Check. Yeah, this is definitely in a good place. It is definitely hot, and it's a ton of grease here. And this is baking. This is grease I am definitely going to keep. So I'm going to clear this bacon off and hmm, let's save this grease because this will go well. This is good for like all sorts of stuff. I just have a little grease mug in the fridge. I'm just going to pour all of it right in there with the grease that's already in the mug. All right. What's this doing? Good. All right. Where's that grease mug? It's in here somewhere. Got it. Just got a mug of grease and keep it full. Okay. Whoop, in we go. Oh shit, that's gonna fill the rest of that mug. Uh-oh. What am I gonna do? The trouble. Figure it out in a moment. Okay, I'm gonna put this apple on the shelf here. Bacon looks great. So I'm using the bacon for grilled cheeses, and I'm also going to use the bacon for an omelet. And then the rest of it I'm going to save and just have in the refrigerator uh, for whatever the heck you want bacon for, which is like lots. Um, and then after this, we're going to do herb prep and cheese prep. And then I'm going to cut up a whole bunch of vegetables and make pasta salad and probably like one or two other things. I'm sure I'll think of something else, but um, almost finished. I'm just doing a bunch of prep. I don't want to do any of this work while I'm camping, and I'd rather do it all ahead of time so the camping trip itself can just be relaxing and not require me to be in the kitchen like I'm in the kitchen all the time now. Nice. Thank you. Yeah, Beverly Hills Royalty, nice as well. Yeah, I think my goal is I don't want to use a knife. I don't want to use a knife while I'm camping. Want, I just want to take stuff out of the cooler, heat it, throw it in the pan, whatever, and uh, get dinner ready quickly. If you're trying to like, for like, I'm making grilled cheese at camp, right? So tonight I'm going to cut the cheese. I cut the bread. I made the bacon. The only thing I'm going to do at camp is cut up a tomato and then assemble it. So I guess I am going to use a knife, but like I'll just use my pocket knife for that. It's not going to be a big production. Oof, it is. It is slightly smoky in here. Bacon, uh, that bacon really did a number. All right, so the bacon's good. We're gonna let this sit. I'm just gonna let this sit off to the side up here for a little bit. Um, this cookbook can go. I've it's made its use and it's finished. Um, this bacon grease can also go all the way up here and hang out. Okay. Um, make bacon. Done. Herb prep. Okay, so this, like I said, is a sort of like part that I'm not as much into. I need to prep some herbs for omelets, grilled cheese. Uh, I don't need to prep for the chicken, I guess. And then for a pasta salad, I'm going to be making just a quick, not a quick, a vegetable pasta salad. So I'm going to put a bunch of herbs in that. So not as bad as I thought. Still not my favorite thing, but you know, whatever. Fresh herbs are great. Beverly Hills Royalty, are you? Uh, I'm assuming that's just a name. Perhaps you are from Beverly Hills. Uh, if you don't mind me asking, whereabouts in the country or whereabouts are you in the world? Is it evening for you? Is it already Friday for you? I'm curious where you are. Where you hail from? I am myself in Philadelphia. Um, been here for a very long time. So it is about 10:30, maybe 11 o'clock at night here for me. Um, house is quiet, kids asleep, partner's downstairs playing Fortnite. So I'm just enjoying some quiet evening in the kitchen. Relatively quiet. I've been talking a little bit, so it happens. Okay, so what do I need for? what actually do I need? I've got thyme. I need parsley for my pasta salad. I've got some parsley. All right. I'm just gonna put a bunch of different, like, I'm gonna prep a couple of these things here. I'm gonna do a bit of thyme because thyme goes well with eggs, and I'm using it for eggs twice. I'm gonna use herbs for egg sandwiches and for an omelet for breakfast. Um, so I wanna get quite a bit of this, but I prepping time is probably my least favorite activity, or stripping time rather. But it's better when it's fresh. It's not as good when it's dry. It's fine when it's dry, I guess, but definitely better fresh. Okay, so I'm getting through it. I'm gonna maybe make talk about like half of this pile here. So I usually do this first. This is usually the thing that kind of sets the evening off when I'm doing any kind of prep work. But I'm not actually cooking with any of these herbs tonight, so I didn't start with this, and now I'm wishing I did because I sort of feel this is a weird uh, prepping herbs is a different type of energy than when you're like in a flow, in a kitchen flow. I don't know if you're familiar with how familiar or not you are with kitchen flow, but it's definitely a state of trance-like state for me. I uh, I often don't listen to any music while I'm in the kitchen. I'll just kind of get in my own head and stay there for a few hours. It's really nice. Um, I'm getting all sorts of little pieces of time here. Time, time for time. All right. And this time is about a week or so old at this point. Um, it's looking pretty good. I've been keeping my herbs in this box, which is it's like a regular Ziploc sort of brand box, wrapped in paper towels, and it keeps them fresh for at least a week. Uh, more. I think I've got oregano in here that's like 2 or 3 weeks old at this point. You know, lots of time. Oh my God. If there was a better way to do this, I would love it. But all those crappy little kitchen tools that are supposed to do herb stripping just don't work for me. Oh no, I can't ever get the rhythm of them. Maybe it's a rhythm thing. Maybe it's a technique thing. I don't know. I don't like them. Two different herb strippers in the drawer. I guess I could try one of them again, but I'm not really interested in doing that at the moment. Just kind of get through it here. So, recapping what's on the menu, we've got sausage, like a bratwurst, cheese, onion on a roll on Friday night for dinner. Saturday breakfast is sausage, egg, and cheese muffins. Lunch is pasta salad, which I'm making tonight. Dinner is grilled cheese and tomato soup. Uh, Sunday, doing an omelet with bacon, onion, and spinach. Lunch is a sun butter, banana, and honey sandwich. And dinner is grilled chicken with a tahini dressing, and then veggies in a foil packet just on the coals. Monday, I'm going to get up and do apple bread for breakfast. And then on the drive home, um, we'll either stop somewhere, have leftovers, or do peanut butter and jelly, like packet, like one of those just, to go travel packet sandwiches things. They sell them at like gas stations and
here in Costco and Wegmans and the like. So, um, it should be about good for time. I feel like maybe that's enough. Maybe not quite. A few more. Always room. Always room. Getting I do time, and then I think I'm just going to combine. I might. I know I need parsley for the pasta salad. But I think maybe I'll just do thyme in this. Thyme, and now I'll cut up some chives. I have rosemary in here, but I don't really want to put that in. I have sage, but that's a little bit too savory. Um, the mint, I might put some mint in the pasta salad too, actually. Okay, so that would be good. Um, the rest of the stuff in here, I don't want, I don't want to include. Thyme is really just the one. I think everything else is going to be seasoned. But the omelets and uh, egg sandwiches will benefit from just a little bit of time. Okay, got a good pile here. I feel like this is pretty good. I feel like I'm going to end up using, a third of this in real life. Get some of these bigger stems that I dropped in here. All right. All right. Last of the time. Perfect. Next is I'm going to take some chives and get those in here. And all I'm going to do is just strip these off. Found a good piece, couldn't resist. I'm just going to strip these off, and then I'm not doing anything with these this evening. I am going to do something with the parsley and mint. I'm going to put that in the pasta salad, so I'll set those aside. But once I'm finished getting these together, they're just going to go in a little plastic container and go right into storage for the weekend. All right, so time back in here. I'm going to throw some chives in this. Oh, there's that little branch. Okay, chives are next. Um, Cut it in here. I'll cut some chives up, toss those in, and then that's just going to be like a little seasoning bucket for uh, whatever I feel like using it for this weekend. Okay, another knife out of here. These guys are chopped, and then on to the next. The parsley and the mint I'm going to use here pretty shortly. Just set those to the side. I'm just going to go ahead and combine the chives and the thyme into one container. Um, because I'm going to use them both at the same time. And there's no recipe. It's just kind of how you feel like it. So I'm going to save some space and put them together. All right, getting into it. Oh, they're going everywhere. Chives. These are so funny. They just, they're like little tiny springs. When you touch them, they bounce all over. There we go. I think I have a container here. First, I do. So mixed, it's a container of mixed herbs. Easy enough. These herbs. These. Okay. Next, I have parsley, and I want to. This is about. I think they're. I feel like about half a cup, quarter cup of parsley should be fine. I just want like some nice crisp herbs in the salad. I don't want it to be overwhelming, and I definitely don't want so much that they're going to get like old, or that they're going to be like soggy. I don't want a whole bunch of soggy leaves. Just want like enough to stick to a couple of the vegetables, and that is it. So let's go take some leaves. I'm going to save the stems here. I've got a little sachet of like parsley, uh, parsley stems in here that at some point when I get enough of those and I have enough basil and enough other like leafy greens, I'll just make pesto out of that. And that's the move. Any type of leafy green, I'll make pesto out of it. I do pesto pretty often and just get it in whatever season it is, whatever herbs I've got on hand. If they're going bad, pesto. Okay, so let's do like a rough chop here. This is looking good. Looking good. That, and I want to throw some mint in there. I'm going to do the mint. Mint is another of the stems that I can just save and keep for another time. And more time, it's not what I want. I don't want another time right now. I just got through all the time. No more time. No, thank you for more time. Okay. These I'll just toss in this sachet too. So I'm going to be close to making pesto at some point soon here. I've got some extra basil kicking around. I'm going to end up with a bunch of extra spinach at some point soon. So I think pesto's on the horizon again. Awesome. Put this parsley away too. And then I'm done with my herbs. That didn't take too long. That wasn't so painful, was it? No, not so painful. Not so painful. Okay. All right. Chop this mint. That will go in our pasta. That will just get dropped right in our pasta salad a little later. Put that up here. Okay. On to the next. Herb prep. Done. Cheese prep is next. Gosh. Never ends. Okay, so I got a bunch of cheese here. All of this is, so we got Colby, sharp cheddar, and Gouda, 4 different cheeses. What I'm prepping cheeses for are the egg sandwiches. So I want some thin slices for egg sandwiches. I want some uh, thin slices for grilled cheese. I want um, some thin slices for sausage sandwiches, and then I want to shred the cheese for the omelets. So, um, for the grilled cheese, I'm going to do a mix of the two cheddars. So I want cheddar and sharp cheddar, the grilled cheese. And this guy looks like it has one tiny spot of mold on the inside here. So let me actually take a look at this and see that that didn't get all the way through. See where that got to. No, that did not get all the way through. So this is good. Got one teeny tiny mold spot, which is just fine and will not be harmful, especially after it's cooked. Okay, so got cheddar, sharp cheddar, regular cheddar. So sharp cheddar and regular cheddar. These are going to be for the grilled cheese. So let me get a container, a couple containers for these guys. Got regular cheese here. Oh yeah, cheese slicer. Just got this cheese slicer. I've never had one, and I am like, oh my God, so much better. Wow, look at that. I'm sure that's amazing. I've never had one of these cheese slicers. I've always just tried to do it with a knife, and it never works out. But let's see. This definitely feels like a lot more convenient. So what is that? A couple slices there. Let me get one one sandwich worth. I think I want to make about three sandwiches. Three grilled cheese sandwiches. So I'm gonna need enough slices for three sandwiches. That's let's see, one, two. Let's start working on the second sandwich here. And since I've not used one of these before, I'm pretty terrible at it. I feel like I'm gonna break this thing, but if that happens, that's okay. Just go back to using the knife like I have for the rest of my life. Two sandwiches, three, almost there. Oh, the whole thing just fell apart. Cool. Not the tool, the cheese. Okay, so I've got that's one whole cheese chunk here. So let's just go. I'll toss this in. It seems about right. That was a good amount of cheese. I would say that that is probably. I'm gonna cut the rest of this one up, but I think maybe one container per meal. It's gonna be appropriate. Let's see if we can do this better this time. I feel like the technique was terrible. One, oh yeah, two, three. Yeah, this one's going so much better. 5, 6, 7. Okay, this is good. That is definitely enough. I'm gonna use pushed all that in there, and I'm gonna change the music up because I'm not loving the lyrical aspect of these. So see if this works. Okay, so I need cheese for the grilled cheese, egg sandwiches, omelets, and sausage sandwiches. So I need to cut a little bit more slices because I feel like this is enough cheese. Oh, my horrible handwriting. Isn't that terrible? Okay. Cheese. That was for the baked apple. So maybe I'll check on that before I open another cheese container here. Before I look farther in. Yeah, well, let me give that another 20 minutes. Cool. Okay. I don't know what is better for grilled cheeses, Colby or Gouda, but I think Gouda is going to be better to shred than using an omelet. And Colby, it's going to be better to slice. So set this Gouda to the side. And we'll start in on this Colby and slice that up. And then we'll shred the Gouda. And then cheese prep will be done. Okay, we're getting there. Yeah, this is much softer. Two. This is coming along. It's rotating it because it's slicing unevenly as I'm getting into it, which is fine. Trying to keep it even. Trying to keep it even. Yeah, these slices are much nicer. Okay, that's good. All right, so plenty of cheese here. Plenty of cheese. Lots and lots of cheese for everything. But 4 different dishes have cheese in them, which is good or bad, depending on how much you love cheese. Okay. Mm, well, that's good cheese. That's real good cheese. Okay. I need a shredder, and I'm going to shred this right into a container. And if I don't end up using all of this on the trip, which I probably won't, this will just end up coming home and being used. Certainly, most likely with whatever the leftover bacon is being going to be used in, for sure. So it is. We're getting there. We're getting there this evening. It's been. I feel like it's taken a lot longer than I anticipated. When I looked at the list of things that were to do tonight, they all seemed pretty straightforward. But I also think that I over I overcomplicate everything, so end up taking longer. I like to eat well, and I think that that's kind of one of the motivating factors for doing all this prep work in advance is not getting bogged down camping, cooking while I'm actually camping. So I'm gonna be camping this weekend, making all the meals and just getting everything together for that. Tonight is the goal for sure. So I'm almost there. Finished the herb prep, and now I'm finished the cheese prep. And those are the two things I don't really like doing. So I would say I'm through the part that is the most frustrating. Okay, got cheese, cheese. Cheese. Back into the fridge it goes. Cheese, cheese. Not running out of room per se. This is for pasta salad later tonight. Not later tonight. I'm on the pasta salad now. Cheese prep. Done. Okay. Everything else from this point forward is vegetable work. Vegetable work and pasta salad assembly. All right. Got quite a pile of cheese here. I'm going to save that little piece for myself. The rest of this can just go in the compost. And okay, so what I need now, I need to get out all my vegetables because I'm getting to the point of assembling a pasta salad. So I'm gonna clear this counter just a little bit. I don't think I'm gonna need this scale again, but we'll leave it out in case. I am gonna stick this wet rag underneath my cutting board because I'm about to do some cutting, actual cutting, not just cheese cutting. And then, excuse me, I'm already finished. Excuse me, the lemonade hit in a weird way. Okay, these cons are good. All right, so vegetables in a yellow onion, red onion, broccoli, red pepper, cucumber, carrots. Those come out of it. Red onion, yellow onion, cucumber, red pepper, broccoli, carrots. carrots are going to get carrots are the only thing not specifically going in the pasta salad. Those are going into foil packets. But as I'm thinking about it, I might just shred one of these into the pasta salad anyway, because that sounds like it would be pretty good. So we're going to do that. I'm going to get a big bowl to make this in. And I also want to get olives and grape tomatoes. Olives come out of the fridge. Right, olives and mozzarella pearls. So this is going to be a pretty hefty pasta salad in general. Okay. Um, and grape tomatoes, which are over yum. Okay, so let's get into this because I am feeling good here. Um, broccoli, I'm just going to shave off and get this. I want this to be kind of loose. My pasta is rotini and a little bit of penne just to make up the rest of a pound because it comes in a 12-ounce box. So uh, all of this I want in a really pretty small format so that I can get it in a words. I want it in a pretty small format so that it sticks into the little folds of the rotini. That's the goal. So I'm just getting like the crown and chopping up the crown and dicing a little farther into the stem, but not too much. So I really just want these like little green broccoli chunks. And I'm sort of following a recipe for this. I have a pasta salad recipe that's pretty decent. So I'm just kind of riffing off of that. This is not really a specific recipe though. Okay. Um, Broccoli can go in. Do the cucumbers. So I'm gonna quarter these and then slice them. This is all going to be kind of rough just because it's nothing fancy. I just want to get it chunked up and in there. That's the goal. And just gonna get everything in this bowl, and then we'll mix it all together. I got the pasta in the sink. I did that a while ago. And what I'm doing now is just cutting up all the different vegetables. And the pasta salad is actually one of the things that I'm going to finish tonight and have be like ready to eat. Much of the rest of the work that I've done is all in the service of prepping. Nothing. I made an apple bread, but that's it. I candied some pecans, which are finished. But a lot of the work I've been doing tonight is just like prepping cheese, prepping herbs, making a dressing for chicken that's going to get used on Sunday. So a lot of stuff is has been prepped so that I don't have to do as much work in the campsite. I can just enjoy more of the day and less cooking. 'Cause while I like to eat good while I'm camping, I like don't like that to take for a very long time. It's really annoying. So I'm gonna take this pepper and kind of fine dice it. I don't want any like really big chunks of anything in here. The goal is not to have everything perfect, but to have everything be relatively small. Um, and again, this pasta salad is just a pretty straightforward. Here's a bunch of vegetables. Here's an oil and vinegar sauce, salt and pepper. I'm going to put some mozzarella pearls in there. I'm going to put some green olives in there. And, that's going to have a nice balance with some fat, the salinity. There's probably maybe toss a little lemon in there, lemon juice. Um, but this is all just sort of ad hoc made up. I'm um, not looking at a specific recipe. I did look at a bunch of recipes to see some inspiration. I would not have thought to grab mozzarella pearls had I not seen them in a recipe. So it is inspired, but not driven by a recipe. And we are doing good. I've got my herbs over here already prepped for this pasta salad. And herbs, I've got some Parmesan from earlier in the week that I shredded for a pasta meal that I'm going to make. I'm going to drop in there. So kind of using up some stuff in the fridge, but also uh, making what is going to be a lunch. So this needs to be balanced with proteins in the cheese. Um, there's no carbs in this, but there'll be plenty of carbs. There'll be there's no like processed carbs in this. There's whatever natural carbohydrates come in, but um, yeah, should be good. We'll pasta salad for lunch while we're walking while we're hiking is the goal. So I'm taking my son camping. He's been a whole bunch of times, pretty familiar with it. And that is how we're going to spend Memorial Day weekend, out in the tent, out in the woods, in a state park campground. So there are bathrooms and facilities, but still a little roughing it, which is nice. Get out of the get out of the city just often enough to go camping, which is the which is to say about once a month. I'm actually going to go ahead and put this other broccoli in there because I'm seeing, I put a lot of pepper, but uh, I'm seeing the balance has shifted with all that pepper. So I want to rebalance with some broccoli, and then I'll probably cut up the second cucumber that I have. I'm just kind of playing it by ear. I didn't really, uh, know what the volume of this was going to be when I got started. So we're getting into it and figuring it out on the fly. That's my favorite thing to do in the kitchen. So I've got all of these little things shaved off, and I don't really want to use the rest of this in there, but I'm going to take this and put this in the fridge because I can make, I was talking about the pesto earlier with the herbs. You can make pesto out of this too. Um, this big chunk of broccoli is perfect for pesto. Okay, perfect. And yeah, I am going to cut up the rest of that cucumber because I'm looking good here. Good balance. Need more cucumber. Okay. So all of these vegetables I just bought last weekend at our farmer's market. My favorite weekend routine is going to the farmer's market. We go every week that we're in the city and not camping, and it's been nice. It's a really good experience. I go with my son. We usually spend our Saturday mornings doing that, and it's really quite nice. I've been doing that for, oh God, almost 6 years. 6 years this spring. It's going to the farmer's market. So he's real familiar with all of these things. He's a pretty good vegetable eater, I believe, because of his proximity to them for so many years. Okay, some carrots in here. We're doing some shaved carrot. I'm gonna throw I'll do the onion next, or red onion. I'm gonna really thinly slice the red onion. Hey Daisy, would you like a carrot? Dog has arrived. Carrot treats. There you go. Good girl. And she's gone again. All right. Speaking of treats, I'm gonna give myself a little cheese. That carrot was too soft. Okay. I want to chunk out. So you've got onions, red onion. I want to chunk some of these carrots up, just roughly, because I'm going to be putting these in foil packets and getting them on the fire. And again, I don't want to cut the big can, so I prefer not to. The other things that are going in that foil packets are going to be onion and um, small potatoes, like fingerling potatoes. So the onion I'm willing to cut there. The small potatoes I am not going to cut at all. This actually such that could go, yeah, these could go in a smaller container. Perfect. Carrots are good. Carrots are good. Carrots are finished. Okay, so into this, I want to cut one thin sliced red onion. I think I need, there we go. Peel this guy. One thin sliced red onion is going in. I'm going to halve this and then slice it. So I've got like really thin uh, strips of onion. I was thinking of dicing it, but there's a lot of other like diced things in there, so I want to maybe just have a little different texture for the onion. Um, so give that a slice. Take this pithy middle out, and then get the slice. All right, doing well here. Let's really thinly slice this. Okay, good. Let's give it half of an onion. See how this goes. Yeah, that'll be good. Do the other half. Just wasn't sure. I'm one of the only folks that likes onions in the house. My son is okay with them. So I don't want it to be overwhelming, but I also want them to be there because I like them. And I'm absolutely not making a separate portion without them. If you don't like them, you can pick them out. Okay, these are good. Drop these in here. All right, that looks great. That looks really colorful and kind of what I was going for. Fantastic. Okay, onions in, onion is in. All right, so let's revisit my checklist. Broccoli, done. Red pepper, good. Cucumber, good. Carrots, good. Red onion. I want to dice a red onion too, so that I can use that for some sausages. I'm gonna put that on like a sausage sandwich. So let's get my next, clear my board here. And I'm gonna dice an onion now. Excellent. So we're coming into the end here. I feel like this is I've got a couple more things to throw in this pasta salad. I'm gonna put a little dressing on it, uh, box it up. Um, and then it should be just about finished because there's no more. I have to finish this. I want to finish this pasta salad tonight, but outside of that, there is no other. I've got to put a lot of things away and then clean up, obviously, but the rest should be pretty good. I feel really good about the actual place that I'm at. I feel good about the time. This is a lot of work. I assumed this would take about 4 to 5 hours. I am almost at 4 hours, so I'm in a good spot. All right, so I'm going to get really small dice on this onion. I'm going to be using this to put on top of sausages, sausage sandwiches, which are also going to have a little of the cheese that I just sliced. So I'm going to do a real small dice on these guys, like just like you'd have it like a buffet where you're throwing it on top of your hot dog at the ballpark or something. There's little plastic food service trays. Mm, oh my gosh, that is definitely some onion. Okay, red onion is diced. Let's get this in a container. Red onion in a container. I was gonna make some yellow onion for the omelets, but I actually think I'm gonna use this. I diced. There's a lot of red onion here that's diced, and I don't think I need. Oh, I think I need some water in my eye to rinse out the onion. Gosh darn. I don't think I'm gonna need the yellow onion, so I'm just gonna not do that and save myself a few minutes of time here. The onion is. Okay, stack that up. That. That baked apple I put in the oven like an hour ago.
is almost like melted at this point. That's great. We'll let that. We're just gonna let that cool off right there. Perfect. Okay. We'll come back to that baked apple in a few minutes and see how that goes. Okay. Next into the salad is mozzarella pearls. So I'm gonna use what's this? 8 ounces. I'm gonna dump all these in here because 8 ounces is not a lot. And these are little guys. Drain these. Drain these. Dump those. Perfect. Hmm. Those are great. Damn. Those are good. Love it. Okay. Last here is these olives and then tomatoes. I think for the olives, I'm going to just go ahead and try these. Yeah, they're good. Okay. I'm going to grab a bunch of these and I think I'm just going to um, quarter these like I would grapes, maybe. Let's see. Let's see which one looks better. Quarters or slices? Hmm, quarters. Okay. We'll quarter a handful of these and see how much this amounts to be. How big is this container? Doesn't say. No label. It just says pitted Casavetrano olives. Nothing else. That's helpful. Okay, so I'm going to. These are moving quick. I don't want to put too many of these in here because I feel like these are just. I'm going to put these in instead of a whole bunch of salt. So I'm going to drop the salt because this has cheese and olives in it now. So less salt. These are already super briny and delicious. And it's good. Let me get a couple more of those. I want the same volume of these as the mozzarella, I would say. 'Cause these are, like I said, these are going to represent the salt. So I do want enough olives in here. I'll put a little bit of salt in there, but definitely not a ton. I did not, as I'm thinking back to it, I did not salt my pasta water. So my pasta is not going to have that salty bit to it, which is retrospect pretty disappointing, but it's okay. It'll work. All right. So this is a good pile of olives. We get just a few more here, and we will move forward. Next is going to be the tomatoes. I'm just going to have the tomatoes because they're sort of like the tomatoes will be like a sort of standout feature instead of like mixed in. Like everything else is kind of mixed in. I feel like the tomatoes and the mozzarella will be the like big pieces. Okay. Yeah. This is about a pint of tomatoes in this little bowl, so I may not use all these. I might. And some of them I'm not gonna use at all because they don't taste because they're too soft.
Hmm. Oh my God, those are amazing tomatoes. Excellent. Wow, this is a lot. This is going to end up being a lot of pasta salad, which is good. I'm just looking at this and thinking, how am I going to stir this in this bowl? And I don't know. With my hands. That's how I'm going to stir it. All right, a couple more of these. I am just going to go ahead and use all these tomatoes. I'm not saving three of them for later. That doesn't make any sense. Okay. These guys are all, hmm, those are all too soft beans. Okay, doing good. Let's get the olives back in the fridge. Okay. Um, let's take a look here. Olives and grape tomatoes. Perfect. Olives, grape tomatoes, yellow onion I'm going to cross off. I am finished with my cutting. Okay. Get this counter slightly cleared up. All right. So last step is incorporating pasta. Another wooden spoon here. And I think with these wooden spoons, I can just kind of give this a toss. Maybe this will all fit in this bowl. I don't think it will. Um, but we're about to find out. So I'm going to dump it in. A little bit of olive oil in here. Loosen these pastas up. They've been sitting for about an hour at this point. I cooled them off under the water earlier, so they did not continue to cook, but they did start sticking together. There we go. Okay, this looks good. Let's get this in. Oh, can you fit? God, that is not going to work. Okay, I need a bigger bowl. Have an idea. Have an idea. Hmm, this is a much larger pot than this bowl. Okay, good. That'll work. Should have made it in here in the first place. Okay, so I want to put some, I think, olive oil and red wine vinegar, if I can find it or if I have it. And I also want to mix a little bit of those things together in a bowl, maybe like whisk them together. Need some herbs in here. Got my herbs. I have a little bit of pesto. This is pesto I made um, last week. So I'm going to drop this pesto in, mix that up. And I also want to mix in a bunch of this Parmesan cheese. So I'm not really going to need any salt in here, any additional salt. I'll give it a taste when it's all mixed up, but pretty sure not. Okay. Parmesan, and let's give this a stir, and we'll see where we land in terms of flavor, and then that'll figure out how much extra seasoning we need. And all of my main ingredients are in here now. This is looking a delight, as I would say, as I'm looking at it. Looks great. Okay, you get a little bowl. We'll try some of this and just see what the seasoning situation is like. This is chunky. Hmm. Okay. Immediately, that definitely needs salt. All the vegetables are pretty unsalted. So I'm gonna go ahead and just drop a big pinch of salt in there. A couple big pinches. Throw some pepper in there too. Rusty, I believe that you're trying to chat with a large caps message, which sounds exciting, and I feel excited on your behalf. However, I don't know that I've got the bots all tweaked correctly. But hey, what's up? Uh, Good to see you. Good to feel your presence. Welcome. I'm finishing up some pasta salad at the moment and have a sink full of dishes. Uh, what's rocking? A lot. I've done a whole bunch of shit tonight. I've been on for been in the kitchen for like 4 hours now. I'm doing a bunch of camping prep. So I'm taking my kid camping this weekend, and we're going to be eating really well and doing hopefully not a lot of actual in-camp cooking. That's the move. The goal is no in-camp cooking. Looks delicious. Hey, thank you. Yeah, this is I was kind of making this one up on my own. A bunch of vegetables. You got broccoli, red pepper, carrots, tomatoes, mozzarella pearls, castelvetrano olives, shaved red onion, veggie pasta, parmesan. I'm sure I missed something. Earlier tonight, I made apple bread. I did candied pecans. I made a bunch of bacon. Made some tahini dressing. I did a bunch of cheese prep, a bunch of herb prep. I made a baked apple filling. So the whole goal is no knives, no cooking. Uh, get it out of the cooler, throw it in the heat. One more follower to 50. Let's fix that. Yeah, man. Just plugging along. I'm having fun. I think that's the point. I've been really I gotta tell you, my friend, I've been really enjoying your energy. Uh I I feel you mentioned, you mentioned where you were in the world and at one point on stream, and I was like, yeah, that dude, I knew it. Like I knew I lived there for some time. Uh I'd lived there for some time. I still have a lot of friends up there. I go up to that neck of the woods at least twice a year. Um, and yeah, I was like, this dude has like the energy that I'm really familiar with. And oh, I popped on your stream for like 2 seconds earlier tonight. And I said I had a mushroom hat on. That's this guy. And this particular brand is from up by where y'all are, Ape and Bird. I've been wearing their hats for a cap. Yeah, a lot of couple caps, couple stems. It's all about it. But I've been enjoying their particular brand for a long time. Uh, toss this bowl in the sink, but I want to mix up some other stuff in it. Yeah, I appreciate your energy. I was really impressed with your stream, your like long form stream. I probably popped in probably popped in like 7 or 8 times over the course of that for an hour or two here and there. Shortcut problems. And yeah, dude, it was really impressive. I gotta tell you. I feel like as you have been as I've been like watching around Twitch, I really feel like you've got one of the better energies out there. I can appreciate that. I will tell you that it definitely helped it helped draw me into uh feeling comfortable. I was like, oh, these folks are cool. These folks like you appreciate it. Yeah. Hey man, I appreciate you. Uh I I felt like y'all were like down to earth. You know what I mean? Like I think that some people that's not how that works. I feel like you can take things in many directions on Twitch, and I feel like you guys just lean into how uh you really like lean into how that the like yeah, the community aspect. Yeah, it's a community where you can all chill. That's what that's what your stream feels like, man. I feel like when I popped in there, I feel like there's a lot of people, but I also feel like lots of folks are comfortable. Like it's welcoming, it's nice, and I love that about it. Not the same everywhere, but uh, someone said earlier here in chat that hey, Lady Naganita, thank you for the follow, and thank you for all of your effort this past weekend. Uh, I really appreciated it, and I really want to see you guys hit that goal. I would love I would love to come raid your channel with all my viewers, but but here we are. You know what I mean? Uh, and yes, that particular bot is fraught with caps protection. So I'm almost finished here tonight. I've got this was like this pasta salad was the last named thing that I was doing, and I'm turning everything into a disaster. I don't know how people I have yet to see someone on Twitch effectively like clean all their dishes while they were streaming in a way that you would if you were not streaming at the same time. I'm sure you guys uh can appreciate that. Oops. Yeah. I set the caps thing. I feel like it's set as a little bit too aggressive at this point. I'm just playing around. I don't really know what I'm doing with all the settings quite yet, but I'm very comfortable talking out loud for hours on end. So I think that that's probably a prerequisite. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and actually give this a little try. And we've got, it was pretty unseasoned earlier. So, god damn, it still needs more salt. 100% lady, I can hit that sometimes because we split and conquer. Yeah. Yeah. You guys have a really, I thought it was so fascinating. Um, that you have like the different setups and that you're like Rusty, when you were like downstairs and it was like downstairs in the kitchen. I thought that was pretty cool. My my house is not set up. My house is not wired for streaming at the moment. Just the kitchen. Okay, so this looks decent. Um, this looks decent. So let's just gonna go ahead and kind of recap here, and then I'm probably gonna hop off so I can clean. But where I was at this tonight. You did it all through Discord. Yeah, Discord's been a fascinating thing. I'm like sort of learning how to use it. I hadn't really used it before. I kind of uh came up on the internet before Discord and now I'm sort of catching up. If you ever want help with anything seriously, don't be afraid to reach out. Might take me a day to answer, but I'll get to you. Hey, I can definitely appreciate that. And I have to tell you, I feel similarly. And I it's interesting to me because I used to work at a marketing agency for a long time. I did social media marketing for 10 years. And I'm still in that kind of role currently. So like the marketing side and the logistics of like content planning and understanding, promotions and getting like a voice and finding all of those like little facets that you kind of have to weave in. Um, like I did that professionally for a long time. And so I think that like for me, starting to do Twitch was like I needed to figure out a new platform, but some of the basics are still the same. Like a lot of the ways that people connect don't change. People are people and they want to feel connection. And yeah, I'd be happy to like, yeah, I'd be happy to like share what I know. Uh, I don't know as much about Twitch, but I know how to manage a bunch of different like social accounts all at the same time effectively for what it's worth. Um, so I think, let me see, what have I got here? Last couple things. So these are all products of this evening's efforts. Got we got here pasta salad, apple bread, candy pecans, bacon. The uh, your averages for affiliate. You got the numbers. I do, and I think if this day counts, this day, like the calendar day that we're in, I needed 2 days and 50 followers. I had the hours. So if Friday calendar day Friday counts, uh, then yeah, I would have just hit it. So cool. Thanks. Thanks. Um, oh my God. Okay, thing number one, I need to fix my cat because I'm sorry I missed all that. Oh my God. Yeah, I sort of I took a lot of time to figure out before I even started streaming, like, is this something I could do on a regular basis? Is it something that I felt comfortable doing? I do and can. So I'm like, all right, let me lean into this for like a month or two and see if it feels right. I'm a very social person. I don't know if that's come across, but yeah, I think I did. If today counts, I know I had the metrics otherwise. I had the viewers from previous streams, so uh, maybe we'll see tomorrow. It seems like it takes Twitch a day or two to catch up data wise. So cool, cool. So essentially, I think if I'm looking at my, let me just reconfirm. Oh, Jesus. Shit all over the place. My little cooking notebook here. Uh, yeah, I think I did everything. Like 30 minutes to catch up and you and put your status out. Yeah, it definitely, it seems like it takes a while. Um, I don't know. Sometimes like the follower, when I looked at my follower account earlier, it was like path to affiliate. It said I had like 44 and I had 46 and I knew that. So I was like, oh, okay. Um, cool. So where I'm at is tonight for this particular thing. I did apple bread, sliced the bread, portioned the egg, seasoned the chicken, made tahini dressing, candied pecans, baked apple filling, I made bacon, made pasta. I prepped herbs, I prepped cheese, I prepped onions, and then I made pasta salad. And I have a sink full of dishes, and I'm ready to go camping. No, I think I'm in a good spot. I will not have to do any actual cooking while I'm camping, just heating stuff up. So cool, cool. I think, yeah, man, I think that is probably going to do it for this evening. I'm at 4 hours exactly tonight. Uh, Yeah, sweet, good planning. Yeah, like if you if you want to see this, this is everything for tonight. This is like the ridiculous amount of stuff that I'm working on. Uh, if we want to go back to, I'll show you. This is uh here's April 2020 meal planning. This is pandemic level insanity. Weekly meal planning. You have Word docs. Nice. Yeah. I use Evernote a lot for a bunch of different stuff. Uh I love Google Docs. For content calendars, I like having and it's like a spreadsheet though, because um you can do your content, like you can do your planning, but then you can also plan out all of your like, especially for Twitch, like you can plan out your tags, your categories, your all of that. Plan your titles, your tweets, your Discord posts, your push notifications, all that stuff in the same spreadsheet. Saving them all so we can start slowly making our favorites cookbook. That's fucking rad, man. And I bet people would go for that. I have to tell you, I have seen your logo, your shirt in like 15 different people's streams. And every time I see it, I'm like, damn, these guys got some branding happening. It's real good. I love it. I saw the Yeti mug that you had the other day, and I was like, I might could use a new mug. I for sure could use a new mug. But you low key always wanted to do marketing. Dude, you guys, like the both of you guys have uh the like clearly have the ability to like be authentic, which I think in that respect is something that people in marketing don't have. Like you don't have, I don't know, people are always like they're trying to fake it, right? And yet, like you watch these brands and they're trying so fucking hard, and it's like I don't know, man. I think that you guys do a great job being like real people, and I think that it for me anyway, it really helps. Like it draws me in. I'm watching you guys. Like it's the rapport is awesome. Um, yeah, sorry, I'm just like fanboying over here, but it's cool. You guys have clearly got it down, which is great. You get that exact thing a lot. Yeah, I can imagine. I think that yeah, I mean like the channel is unique. You know, it's unique in the food and drink space. I think that you have a much broader interest, that real people vibe. Yeah, for sure. Cool. Well, I think y'all, I appreciate you hopping in. I think I'm gonna hop off. I feel good. I want to just like clean up now. I'm getting into that like it's just after midnight. I was expecting to be working for a lot longer. But here we are. And I'm so glad that you all hopped in. I really am. Yeah, I've been really like enjoying your feed. I think it's been pretty motivating to me, honestly. Um, you know, and like I said, I definitely feel a kinship where it's like, you know, I've worked I have a lot of close friends who are from the exact place that y'all are, and I've been in that area a lot, and like I was like, man, these are like yeah, these folks have the vibe I'm familiar with, which is fucking rad. But cool. I don't think I'm gonna raid anybody because it's only y'all hanging out at the moment. So yeah, so I think I'm gonna pop off and kind of package this stuff up and you should always raid. Okay, you know what? Yours is advice I will take. How's that? I will absolutely take your advice. And yeah, I actually want what I am going to be doing is leaving Twitch on, honestly. honestly. But yeah, I'm gonna see who else is on. Oh, I really I don't know. I'm sure that you guys. I'll give you someone to even rate. Okay, I'll take it. Let's see if it's the same person I was just thinking of, and if it is, that would be wild. I have two folks in mind that I was thinking of, but you know who I'm thinking. Okay. Oh, you're good. Holy shit. I was thinking that, and I was thinking of another person as well, but she was one of the first folks that I saw, and I was like, oh yeah, they're online. She's always I feel like she's always online. I feel like she's West Coast, so she's always online later. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna do that. Cool. And then yeah, and I'm really like I said, I'm really happy y'all are here. Um, yeah, I'm really happy y'all are here. Thanks for popping in. I hope to catch you guys again online. I'm sure I will. Uh, I know I will. But yeah, I really appreciate it. And I will definitely reach out for some advice. And I'd be happy to connect with y'all as well. I think I joined your Discord, but I will confirm that. Um, cool, man. Thanks y'all for coming in. I really, really appreciate it. And actually, it's put a little nice little end cap on my evening. So thank you very much. And with, uh, check out RTG. Yeah, I definitely will. I'm actually gonna probably pop over there later tonight. Roundtable Gang. I love it. Uh, awesome. I'll definitely do that. I appreciate it. And just like, again, thanks for everything. I think, you guys are, uh, inspirational. Lee Fong, 2808, thank you for following, and thanks for being here. I appreciate it. I'm about to hop off. I'm going to start raiding. I'm going to raid over to ZoboCat. So feel free to say hi. Let them know that y'all came from here.